If you're trying to figure out which assault rifles are actually worth using in Escape from Tarkov, the answer isn't as simple as choosing whichever weapon has the highest fire rate or the lowest recoil. The best rifles need to combine reliable and accessible ammunition, controllable vertical recoil, strong ergonomics, and come at a reasonable cost for what you're trying to accomplish. So, welcome to my kitchen. Today, we're taking what I consider to be 7 of Tarkov's best assault rifles, adding the right attachments, trimming off the unnecessary garbage, and cooking up some properly seasoned meta builds. We'll cover what makes each weapon so effective, the situations where they're going to perform best, and the strengths and weaknesses that you should consider before spending your rubles building one. Because nobody wants to spend 500,000 rubles on a rifle that still handles like an undercooked Taz. Hey guys, I'm Ghost and welcome back to Tarkov University. First into the kitchen is the AK-74N. This is a classic Russian ingredient that's been served the same way for decades, but look at its stock. Dry, outdated, and completely unseasoned. Let's add some proper attachments and turn this Cold War cafeteria food into a 5-star meal. You know we need to run this thing loud. There's absolutely no reason to be suppressed nowadays. Let's chuck a foregrip on there. Nothing screams Giga Chad like the canted one, so we gotta throw that on there. Make sure you got a flashlight. Let's get a proper dust cover on there, something where we can put a red dot on. The Trigicon SRO is the absolute best in my opinion. But that stock is barren. Let's just throw a classic on there. We'll go with the Zukov. The last thing we need to do is throw on a proper pistol grip. As you can see, there's a lot of different options. There's like 1,000 different options right here, but the variation and the improvements you're going to get depending on which one you use, it's not really that much variability. So just choose whichever one you have access to, whichever one's the cheapest. It's not really that big of a deal. Let's just go with a classic, the RK-3. And there it is, the AK-74N that I like to run. Look at this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead and run it to the hideout and try it out. The animations are so good. Ooh, let's go ahead and turn on the poppers. This is a great way to practice your headshots, guys. Ooh-wee. Sounds so good. All right, let's try out the full auto. Barely any sway. Absolute perfection. Next, we have the 545 MDR. Compact, modern, and already plated beautifully, but we're not serving it straight from the packet like some kind of frozen dinner. A few carefully chosen attachments, a little seasoning here and there, and this bullpup will be ready to cook. I don't really do too much to the MDR, guys. When I'm bringing this thing, I'm bringing it as a budget kit. I'll throw whatever foregrip I can attach onto it. I'll keep the standard stock muzzle brake. I gotta go with the RM33 SRO. That's my favorite red dot. It's just so good. Chuck a flashlight on there. You're good to go, guys. This is a great weapon if you're doing budget icebreaker runs. Let's try it out. Can't forget the poppers. Oh, it looks so good. Not bad. The ergo on this is really good. It snaps up whenever you ADS. Very crisp. If you need to spray, you can spray. MDR, beautiful. Now we have ourselves the 545 Scar. Beautifully presented, expensive looking, and built like it expects a Michelin star just for arriving. But good presentation means nothing if the rifle kicks like an angry sous chef. So let's get this thing properly prepared. If you didn't know, the 545 Scar actually comes in cheaper when you buy it from Peacekeeper. It's about 150 USD cheaper, so if you're looking for an even more budget version than the MDR, just go ahead and buy this Scar for your icebreaker runs. It's great, you can equip it the same way, chuck a foregrip on there, a flashlight, of course the SRO, that's all you need to do, guys. Excellent budget weapon, and it performs so well. Look at this. The ergo's kinda low. Maybe we can do something with the pistol grip to get that back up a little bit. Let's go with something, maybe a classic like the Grawl. Where is it? Where's the Grawl? Yep, that brought it up a little bit, and the vert recoil is so low. Let's go ahead and try this out. The animations in Tarkov are so good. Shout out BSG. Very snappy, incredible sound. Let's reload it and try the fully auto. Barely needed to control that at all. Next on the menu is the coveted M4A1. This is the rifle that won the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, WW1, WW2, back-to-back world champs here. This is a serious weapon. The best part about the M4 is you can build this thing 1,000 different ways, but most of them are overcooked garbage. Today, we're only going to keep the best ingredients. The AK-15 is going to be the best upper. The Low Pro works well for your gas block. We need a muzzle brake. The best thing is always the Lantac. You can't go wrong with the Lantac. Let's get a handguard on there. If I'm going to be running suppressed, I really like the LVO, but let's see, where is it? Here it is. But look at it. It just looks really stupid if you're not suppressed. So we're going to switch it out. Maybe the Psy. Yeah, the Psy looks great. Look at that thing. Best part about the Psy is you can throw in the jailbreak. It makes this weapon so unbelievably loud. You're going to scare all the Timmies away. After that, we need a foregrip. We're not doing tan. That just looks dumb. Again, nothing says you haven't showered or cleaned your gaming chair in months like a canted foregrip. Let's throw a flashlight on there. The X400 is great because you can farm them from Icebreaker. I really like the Grawl, guys. If I had one of these in real life, I would get the Grawl. That pistol grip is so nice. Let's check the ARE on there as well as a proper buttstock. Which one of these is the best nowadays? It doesn't really matter too much. They're all going to be very close. Again, you're just trying to aim for the face anyway. But let's go ahead and try the DS150. Check out the stats. Looks kind of dumb in my opinion. Let's choose a different one. Yeah, I mean, the stats are okay, but I just think it looks stupid. Let's try this one. That looks better. But maybe we can find one with better stats. Let's see. The Mo. The Mo's a classic. Yep. We brought it up a little bit. We're going with the Mo. It's classic. It looks sick. Now we just need an optic and we're good to go. Options. We've been using the red dot, so let's go ahead and put a real optic on this one. The Razor is the best optic in the game if you're looking for zoom. Let's try it out. Very snappy. Great audio. Awesome. You hear how loud that is because of the jailbreak? God bless America. Now this beauty right here is the HK416, the creme de la creme. German engineering served at an American rate of fire. It's fast, aggressive, and absolutely starving for ammunition. But without the right attachments, the recoil starts throwing rounds around the kitchen like an unsupervised line cook. Now, if you go ahead and buy one of these HKs off the flea market, they're gonna need a lot of attachments like the foregrip, the Lantac, the pistol grip, etc. Maybe you can change out the buttstock or the buffer tube like we're doing right now with the optic. But the best part about the addition of Icebreaker is that if you do a helicopter clear or you clear up to the chain door, you can just farm these HKs and they come pretty much good to go. The HK is the absolute pinnacle of throwing 5.56 downrange. The fire rate's insane, and you will melt all opposition if you use this weapon. Let's go ahead and try it out. It's so good. Just make sure you run 60 rounders because the thing will just consume all your ammunition. Hell yeah. Just awesome. Next up is the NL545GP, the newest chef in the kitchen. Modern, lightweight, sleek, sexy, and eager to impress. But we're not handing out stars simply because it's arrived wearing some fancy furniture. Let's tune this thing up properly and see whether it deserves a place on the meta menu. This thing has an absolutely insane rate of fire, so you guys are going to love it. And the best part about buying one of these, yes, they're expensive, but they come pretty much good to go. I promise, you really don't need to do that much. Maybe change the pistol grip, can't go wrong with that growl. Already has the Lantac Dragon, check your foregrip, your flashlight, you're good to go. This thing is insane. Let's head into the hideout and let's try it out. Oof, the audio, it's so good. Very snappy. Again, we don't need to be suppressed, guys. Who needs to be suppressed when your weapon sounds like that? Whew! And finally, the AK-308, the main course. This isn't some delicate little appetizer firing miniature cartridges. This thing serves 7.62 NATO with all the subtlety of a frying pan to the face. The ingredients already come powerful, but we just need to tame it a little bit before sending it out to the customers. As you can see, the worst part about this weapon is there aren't that many attachments in the game for it right now. We can change out like the stock, the buffer tube, the pistol grip, stuff like that, any foregrip you want. But there really needs to be more for this thing in the game. Of course, we're not going to run it suppressed. We're running loud. We want to be as loud as possible. I can't really understate this, guys. Your enemy is going to feel so much terror when you are loud and shooting in the direction. Everybody's used to everybody else being suppressed, and they have their volumes cranked. When you're shooting a loud weapon, it's going to shock them, and it's going to cause your enemies to make bad decisions. I promise. The best part about this gun, again, is the ammo. So take a look at this. Your ammo that you should run as like a baseline is going to be your M62s, your M80s. You know, they're going to get through class 4, no problem. But here's the thing. The best ammo you should be running is M61 with this. Look at this. If you run M61s, you're going to be able to penetrate any armor. Total level playing field. Doesn't matter what your opposition is wearing for a gear. You're going to get through it. 2 shots to the thorax and they're going down. Let's try it out. Very snappy. Looks good. Even though it's a big weapon. Unbelievable sound. Terrifying. Let's try full auto. Yes, that's the sound you want, guys. That's the sound you're looking for when you're fighting PMCs. And those are what I consider to be the 7 best and most meta assault rifle builds in Escape from Tarkov right now. Each one has a different strength, whether that's recoil control, ergonomics, ammunition availability, fire rate, cost, or overall just versatility. The best choice ultimately depends on the map you're playing, how much you're willing to spend on the build, and what your goals for the raid are. If this guide helped you, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Escape from Tarkov content. Let me know in the comments down below which assault rifle you think deserves the #1 spot, or if there's another weapon you believe that should have made this list. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Ghost, and I'll see you in the next raid.